Greetings, dear friends. Happy Monday to you. Here we are with another one of our weekly check-ins with our vibe of mindfully being motivated to have mindset mastery. So before we get into drawing some cards, I like to just focus upon what's happening with the moon. Because the moon, when we track the phases of the moon, it really allows us to come truly deeply into who we are, to align with our essence, because the moon reflects you, the self. The sun, it said that the sun is like our outer experience, and the moon is our inner experience, which is why I'm so dedicated to bringing these ideas and these pieces around the phases of the moon and how it can potentially impact. And then, of course, we go into what can we let go in order to more deeply align with that truth. So all that being said, today is the 17th, and we have a last quarter phase of the moon. We're heading towards new moon in next week, but this last quarter phase of the moon is in the sign of Cancer. So last quarter phases are about turning point, a little bit of a pivot, because it's about where are you as we come back down into the dark new moon, which is where we kind of surrender when we plant seeds for our intentions and what we want to bring into being. But so it's a slowing down process and a planting of seeds. So with this last quarter phase, it's about tapping into the feminine. Cancer is a water sign, and it's very much about your feelings, your feminine line. How were you mothered? What was the maternal aspects that influenced you as you were growing up? And was it smooth? Was it harmonious? Was it balanced? And if there are obstacles and blocks or limitations, is this time where you can actually just come into your own heart and come into some sense of balance and ease? So I trust that makes sense. If I ever say anything in any of these sessions that triggers you or gives you need for some more support or clarification or insight or any of that type of thing, just put it in the comments below or message me directly, because the whole piece is to help you access your truth. I also love to teach different ways of looking at things, and my intention with these sessions is to help you adjust or course correct or focus on what you need to let go and what do you need to take on. So all that being said, as we are embracing the energy of that last quarter phase of the moon in the sign of Cancer, trusting your emotions, coming into doing some deep inner work. Let's see, what will we focus upon this week? What will we focus on letting go in order to, do that wee bit of the reset? Do you need to do a course correct or anything of that nature? Interestingly, the card that's come up for us, let's turn it so you can see it, is insecurity. So, is there any aspect about the feminine line within you or the deep? That's the other part of it, is it's not only is it the maternal or feminine line within you, it's the deep subconscious within you too. So does insecurity play a part in, with the choices you make or the directions you go or the decisions you make, or the inner dialogue that kind of takes up some of the bandwidth for you? So see how that comes up for you, and maybe that could be part of your course correct or your pivot, is to say, okay, I'm right here right now, I am safe and secure, all is well in my world, things of that nature. Okay, so if you've watched these sessions with me before, I like to go one tarot card, and then we'll do 3 of the Healing with the Angels cards, just to get some more depth into the following the moon phase and releasing insecurity. This is perfect. See, this is the 4 of Cups. So the symbology of the Four of Cups, and that's beautifully tied in with the fact that that last quarter phase is in the sign of Cancer, being emotions, and that's what cups are too. So the symbology of the Four of Cups is, maybe this is part of an insecurity, that you're looking for the answer to something, or excuse me, to be given some kind of guidance, or some choice be shown to you, and maybe it is and you haven't recognized it. So I really encourage you to, if you're trying to resolve something or try to make a choice or get clear on something, put your hand over your heart, take a few deep breaths, and maybe even ask yourself a question like, if I knew the answer, what would it be? And see and pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities and the things that come up for you once you kind of align with the answer I'm looking for is actually looking for me too. And that's the reminder that the Four of Cups provides, is to say, it's here. What do you need to do to recognize it, to appreciate it, to come into alignment with it? And as always, we've got some beautiful guidance coming with these Healing with the Angels cards. So the first one is manifestation. Love this card. We are such powerful manifestors. We all are. Whether you acknowledge that within yourself or not, it's always happening. Like we set an intention and it shows up. But sometimes we need to surrender to come more into divine guidance and allow that flow to come through you. So maybe use this week to just release any kind of insecurity, acknowledge that you are in the right place at the right time, doing the right things, and maybe add a wee bit of playfulness to who you are, what you are, how you do things. Such an important piece here too is to see if you can bring a bit of a lightness of heart around this. And that will help with that whole piece around giving up insecurities too, is that if you can, maybe an insecurity kind of provides you with this mindset of taking yourself and your life a wee bit way too seriously. Maybe it's about, oh, I need to recalibrate and actually acknowledge that this is a game. This life is a game for all of us, and we're supposed to be finding our rhythm and our way in the best way, in the right flavor for you. So let's just take a deep breath and bring all of that in. Some wonderful pieces coming through to help support that idea of the last quarter phase of the moon in Cancer. So we're going to end this off. I'm going to wrap this session up by, we're going to pull one of my new Liberate Your Inner Truth, because ultimately that's what the intent of this is that if we get clear on how we are at the core, and we get clear on what's no longer serving us, we let go, and we get a wee bit of guidance from our higher self, then we get to, it's almost like we lift the hood and we actually access the truth of who we are. So this deck of cards, they're all I am statements. So everything that's in these cards is pieces of you, aspects of you, but I have them written up so that they provide a wee bit of affirmations or inner reflection, or even use them as journal prompts. So this is beautiful. The one that's come up for us, just let that focus, is I am gracious. And so it says, I am surrounded by love. I love myself for who I am. I notice all of the loving people in my life and feel grateful. I am returning that love with a gracious heart. Such a beautiful way to wrap up the energy of this Mindset Mastery session. I wish you a beautiful week ahead. And like I said, if this has triggered any need for further guidance or more information, or you have questions about anything I said, just put it in the comments below or message me directly. Much love to you. I'll be back again with you next week.